hi. Was just minding my own business in there. So, welcome to another YouTube video. I wanted to make this video today because I have a new camera, of course. I have the DJI mic. And yeah, there's great weather. Spring is closing in. And we all feel energized again after months of no daylight. I can understand why YouTubers and vloggers are actually complaining about the screen, but I can see why. I'm looking at the screen instead of looking into the camera. I wanted to test the A7 IV, the 422 10-bit of course, S-Log3. So I've like searched YouTube and refreshed my mind on how to use S-Log. So yeah, thumbs up for this. The video continues over in the woods. There. These are my top 5 tips when it comes to bird photography. Tip number 1, that is, you simply have to get out. The birds or the deers or anything, they won't just drop into your living room and into your couch for you there to like, snap a photo of it inside your living room. So that's going to be the most important tip, together with having a telephoto lens for your camera. It usually doesn't matter that much which camera you're shooting with. The most important thing is the lens. This is the 200 to 600 millimeter from Sony. It's an f5.6 to 6.3 lens. So it's pretty light dependent, I would say. But the Sony cameras these days are so good on ISO in low light that you can easily push the ISO. And yeah, I've taken photos of 10,000 ISO with the A7 III. Yeah, save the photo in post later. Okay, so tip number 2, it kind of refers to tip number 1. You should get out, but you should get out early. Especially if you want to see all the little birds, and in the morning that's when the woods and the forests came to life. It's a big difference from the morning until now, when it's about, it's 5 p.m. now, so it's starting to, it's late afternoon. So that's a huge difference, and in the morning you also have better light. You can utilize the sun. It's low. That's of course the best lighting conditions you can ever use in your photography. The sunrise and the sunset and blue hour, of course, if you're into that. But yeah, get out and get out early. That's tip number 1 and tip number 2. Tip number 3, if you want to be successful with bird photography and wildlife in general, you have to be patient. That's key for having a tiny bit of success. I don't know how many times I've just I want to shoot some owls, and actually expecting to get an owl or a rare bird, or it all depends on a lot of things. I have spent countless hours with zero activity and without finding anything at all. Be patient, that is key for making it in wildlife photography. And a tip that I picked up from Olle Nilsson, which has been a huge inspiration to me and my wildlife experiences and my wildlife career, if you can say that. Okay, there's a plane coming. Just wait. A great tip that I picked up from Olle Nilsson, a Swedish wildlife photographer. I will put up his handle here. And a great tip that I picked up from him is that don't go home too early. Usually if I waited half an hour, or 1.5 hours longer, usually I've always seen something. It's like when it's sunset and it's dusk and it's starting to go into blue hour, all of the animals wake up again. And you have the forest waking up to life again. Bring a thermos of coffee, a foldable chair, some snacks. Rig up your gear on a tripod. Just patiently sit there and wait. Scout treetops, scout branches. Try to be as quiet as you can be, because the birds, of course, and the animals knows where you are before you know where they are. So I think that's a great advice, and so I'll pass that tip on to you guys in case you haven't seen it. I'll also link down below Olle Nilsson's YouTube channel and his Instagram handle for you to check that out. So with bird photography, there is always a bird, there's always a deer. Yeah. Invest in this one. Tip number 4, I quickly learned when I started with the bird photography that it was difficult to find birds. I scouted internet, searched on Google, and did every sort of thing that I had to do to find and locate rare birds. So I signed up for some Facebook groups, I DM'd local photographers, but what has been key for me and has helped me so much during the past couple of months, I've been obsessed with this. That is a page that is called artsobservasjoner.no. I don't know if you have that in your country or where you live, but in Norway I would suggest that you can filter by state where you live, so that you know where, okay, in the state I live, this is all the observations did on this day. This goes back in time, 7 days I think. Create an account, register the bird by species, how many, was the bird sitting on a branch, was it flying over your head, was it searching for food, yeah, all that kinds of things. So this has helped me so much in like locating owls, hawks or falcons. I haven't really found a lot of them yet, but it creates this picture of what to expect. Can you go there tomorrow to kind of find the bird that was registered yesterday? So this page is good for those things. Today they saw an owl 2 kilometers from Oslo airport. Okay, and the day after they also saw an owl, the same place. So then you kind of know, maybe I should go there tomorrow to see if it's still there. That is a great tip from me. So tip number 5 is kind of related to tip number 4. Do your homework, scout the internet for tips and pointers and which birds are common in those areas you are living in, and ask locals. But also use Google Maps for spotting the terrain that if you know that you want to go there tomorrow, okay, search it up on Google Maps and spot the terrain. See if it's a good biotope for the kind of bird that you want to locate. Thank you, and thanks for watching. I hope you liked this video, and I hope it helps you to get out, shoot more, learn how to find wildlife. You can never learn it, but you can be better at it, and you can be better at knowing what to look for. That is key sometimes. Please consider subscribing. I would appreciate that a lot. So expect a lot more videos from me the coming months. Thanks to everyone for subscribing, commenting and liking all the videos. I appreciate that a lot. Thank you. Ha det.